Hello guys, this is Siva here again. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you guys another powerful volatility index strategy that you can use to grow your small accounts. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, let me quickly explain how the strategy works. Okay, so this is a kind of price action strategy, but even if you are a newbie, you can still use this strategy, okay? Because I'm going to be showing you guys how you can go about it. All right, so before I explain how it is, I want to quickly share with you guys an information in case you haven't heard about it. Okay, I'll be hosting a free beginners class on my Telegram channel on the 5th of September, which is going to be next month. Okay, so if you are interested, you should check the description of this video and join the Telegram channel. Okay, join my Telegram channel so that you will not miss this opportunity. Okay, in that channel, once you join and the time comes, all these things, technical analysis and the rest, you are going to be learning it in that class. Okay, so make sure you join. Okay, so with that out of the way, now let me explain how this wonderful strategy is. Let me explain how the strategy works. Okay, so the first thing you have to do with this strategy, this is a trend and continuation strategy. You use this strategy to follow the trend of the market. Okay, so when you are following the trend of the market, now you are moving with the price. Okay, so anywhere the price goes, you goes with it. Okay, you are following the trend. So with that, you are going to have a lot of win trades in the market. Okay, so now just what I want you guys to do now is to listen carefully to how I will be doing this, how I'll be explaining this. Okay, so now the first thing we have to do is to identify the overall trend of the market from a higher time frame. And as you can see, in this case, I'm using the 1 hour time frame. Okay, now if you are drawing your trend line, make sure you use the wick. Okay, use the peak of the candle, the last end here, the peaks or the wicks, whichever one you call it. Okay, make sure you use that so that you get the accurate signal. Okay, now once you have identified the trend of the market, so as you can see, this is what happened here. The overall trend was initially an uptrend, right? Price was going up, then it now broke below our trend line. Now you can see it's going back for a retest. Okay, and after that, maybe it will continue to the upside. But if it fails to go to the upside and break above again, then that means that the uptrend is still continuing. Okay, but if it breaks above below this, if it breaks this structure, then the downtrend is confirmed. Okay, so now we are not concerned about that yet. Now once you have identified the trend and you have observed that this is an uptrend, okay, this is an uptrend, what you have to do is to you go down to the 5-minute time frame or the 15-minute time frame to look for your entries. Okay, and you are going to be trading based on the trend of the market. Okay, so now we have identified that we are in an uptrend, so the only trades we are going to be taking is going to be buy trades. Okay, we don't sell. Even if you get a sell signal, don't sell. Okay, the only trade we are going to be taking is going to be a buy trade because we are following the direction of the trend. Okay, so that is how the strategy is. That is what the strategy is all about. It's a trend continuation strategy. So this is where the first pullback happened. Let me mark this area. All right, okay, this is where the first pullback happened. Now let me check the 5-minute time frame. As you can see, I've already marked some trend line there so that I'll use for example. Okay, so now this is where the first pullback happened. Let me draw our first counter trend line. Now counter trend line, these are trend line that goes against the overall trend of the market. Okay, these are trend line that goes against the overall trend of the market. So this is what we call counter trend. As you can see, this is a downtrend here. There's a downtrend here which goes against the overall trend of the market. Okay, now you are not following this trend, right? You are trading against this trend, right? You want to see that price breaks above this trend line and then you trade the direction of the market. You trade to the direction of the market. Now as you can see, when I was drawing the trend line, I used the peak, right? There's a peak here, there's a peak here. Now you can see this peak here surpasses this one, so this is the one I now use, right? When I was drawing the trend line, this is the one I now use. I used this one and this one. I didn't use this one. I used this one. You see that this one will be outside the trend line. Okay, so you can see it's outside the trend line now, so as you can see, it's outside the trend line now, which is not properly done. Okay, so you are going to use the most recent peak of the market so that everything will align well, right? So once you use this like this, the next thing you have to do, let's say for example, this is where, let me get rid of this line. For example, this is where trend and price is currently, and you have marked the peak of the market like this. Once you see this, you want to see that price breaks above this trend line before you take your entry. All right, you want to see that price break above that before taking any entry, right? And you can see price broke above it, right? It broke above it. And now how do you take the entry? You want to see that the candlestick close above the trend line. So once the candlestick close above the trend line, so once the candlestick breaks above the trend line, you go in immediately. Okay, you go in immediately. Your stop loss, it goes below this most recent structure, the most recent structure of the market. Okay, so this strategy is kind of similar to the one I shared yesterday. Okay, but that one I use there's an indicator that makes it more simpler, right? But I'm showing you guys the price action aspect of it, and it's easier to if you understand what I mean. Now once you have entered, your target area is going to be the end of anywhere like somewhere here, right at the top of the trend line where you started drawing the trend line from. But for any form of resistance, you set your stop loss, your TP around that side, so that the resistance now will not bounce price back before, like this, there's a resistance here, so that this resistance now will not bounce price back to your entry point or to your stop loss area. Okay, there are times it will get close to your TP area, and some people will still hold. Okay, no matter what, they will still hold, and at the end of the day, now price will now come back to their TP stop loss area and take them out of the market, and they will now be regretting that I know I would have closed at that area or something like that. So in order to avoid that, you just place your TP at any resistance area you see there. You can even use this area here as your TP area. Okay, you don't need to be greedy. All right, so that's how it is, and you can see price went there and now came back, right? It went there. So now once it came back again and you see a pullback, right? Once you see a pullback like this, giving you another opportunity. Okay, so once there is two structures in the market that you can connect your trend line, then you are good to go. The strategy is now being set up for you. Right, so as you can see, there's a structure here and there's a structure here. Yours is to just connect them, right? So after you connect them with your trend line now like this, the next thing is that you wait for a break of that trend line. You want to see price breaks and close above it, right? So now you can see it breaks here, close above it. Now once you do, you take your buy immediately, and your stop loss goes below the most recent structure. All right, now the reason why this is going to win all the time is that you are following the trend of the market. All right, the overall the momentum now is high towards the upside. Okay, so price is like mostly going to go your area because the overall trend of the market is an uptrend. Okay, so it's good that you follow the trend of the market. Okay, as you guys know, there's the same in the market that the trend is your friend. Okay, so you want to follow the trend. Okay, as a newbie, you want to follow the trend. Okay, so as you can see, this is another win trade again for us. This is another win trade again. Once you target this area, it's another win trade again, right? And you can see there's another pullback here to connect. Once it breaks, you take your entry and you get this win entry here again, right? So that is how the strategy work. Okay, now there's something else I want to show you guys. Now you can see price now broke below the overall trend of the market, right? This area here. In this case now you'll be confused. Okay, don't be. Once it breaks below this, don't go and say you want to go and sell. No, what you do is to go back to the 1 hour time frame. Now this is what happened. Price has broken below this. It's going for a retest. All right, now this downtrend is not yet confirmed until this structure is broken below. All right, that's when you start looking for downtrend. Okay, so for now you are going to just chill, okay, and wait for price to break below this area. So once it breaks below this area and you see another pullback again like this, then that is when you should look for sell opportunities. Okay, so now for example, let's use this as an example. Once it's like, maybe for example, it has breaking above this and you saw a pullback. All right, so let's go to the 5 minutes and let me use this as an example. So once it has broken above that, in the 5 minute time frame, you are now going to be looking for sell opportunity, and then you are going to draw your trend line again, joining 2 peaks in the market, right, like this. Once you have joined it like this, now your entry point is going to be around this area. You can even still take this kind of entry once it breaks below the major trend line. You can take this, but as a newbie, there are some things that you still need to consider. Okay, so since you don't know that yet, I will advise you you wait for the major confirmation before you go in. Okay, so your stop loss goes here, and then your TP area is going to be at this area here, like this. All right, because there are some resistance here that might bounce price to the upside again. Okay, so you just make sure you cover all those things out. Okay, trading is not all about technical analysis, right? There are some times that you need to like apply your 99 also. Okay, you need to use your sense to get some kind of things done. All right, so I think with this few example now, the strategy is not that much confusing anymore. Okay, you understand what I'm trying to say by now. Okay, so if you don't understand, you can still repeat the video over and over again. I believe you are going to get what I'm trying to say. Okay, so guys, if you have watched to this extent and you have not yet subscribed, please do make sure you do that. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, so that whenever I post a powerful strategy like this, you get notified immediately. And don't forget to give the video a like. Okay, if you are getting value, if you know you are getting value, give the video a like. Okay, so I think that is going to be all for this one. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Silver out. For those of you who are still going to ask before I go, the zoom level doesn't really matter. So far you can see the candlestick, you can see what you are doing, then it's good. Any zoom level, you can use any zoom level at all. It doesn't really matter. Okay, and you can use the strategy on any time frame. Like you can, I started doing the analysis from the 1 hour, right? You can go to the daily time frame, you can go to the 4 hour time frame, any time frame you want, you can use for the analysis, and you can use any lower time, like you can use the 50-minute time frame for your entry. You can even use 1 minute for your, but I will advise don't use 1 minute, because that is too noisy there. Like anything can happen there. Okay, and price mostly don't respect structures there. Okay, so start from 5 minutes. Okay, if you want to take your entry, use 5 minutes. All right, so I think that's going to be all, guys. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Silver out.